platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I am going to be doing a psychic tarot card reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless, which means whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. I suggest that you guys watch all of the readings on both of my platforms, okay, to stay updated. And each reading is going to hold an Easter egg of personal knowledge to help you decode your spiritual path. And it's going to help you spiritually progress, tap into your abilities, tap into God, all of that stuff. So that's why these readings are important. Take advantage of them while they're here. Okay, you guys. All right. So I hope everybody's had a good day. God bless you guys. If you guys could like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe, all that stuff means the world to me. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Okay. All right. Oh, my other platform is called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. On that platform, we are working hard to get into 1,000 subscribers. We will plan a live tarot stream party where I will give away a few decks and I will answer a few questions for free. But just to let you guys know, if you have any personal questions on this platform, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question. I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question, and I'll set a 20-minute timer. Okay. And I would do it at the beginning of the reading. That way we have enough time to get all of the questions done. So I'm going to be talking about two books that are in the description box below. Again, this first book, The Truth of God, it's an advanced intuitive living workbook. When you see me using the techniques, like you'll see me ask yes and no questions, I'm using the techniques from this book. So there are many techniques. This book is like a cheat sheet to the universe, cheat sheet to tapping in with God and your higher self and creating your own reality. So I use the techniques in this book every single day. The first technique we're going to talk about is the God technique, which gives you the ability to raise out of the frequency of your ego. And for me, my whole life, I felt trapped in the lower vibration, like in the ego. I felt also trapped in the psychic realm, having all of these experiences, growing up being psychic and not knowing, like, because I grew up in religion, everything was either Jesus or it was the devil. There was no like middle ground. And so all of the experiences that I was having, I was absolutely terrified the majority of my life. Now that I have, been working with this book for about 10 years now, things have drastically changed for me. Okay. I'm not afraid like I used to be. And yeah, so the God technique gives you the ability to vibrationally and consciously rise above whatever's going on. So if you have a demon, if you have a negative entity, if you just have negative energy, the evil eye, or if you've got jealousy or whatever, the God technique is going to get you out of that frequency where you're feeling stuck and kind of trapped. Like, that's just my experience. Again, there's so many people that use this book and they probably have their own way to describe how it feels. But when I first started doing the God technique, it was like an elevator ride. Like, my consciousness from my ego to God's consciousness was like, woo. The more that I do it, the less of that elevator ride that there is. So it does integrate. The second technique that is worth more than gold is the God technique. Now, or not the God technique, I just talked about that. The joy versus anger technique. Okay, the God technique is worth more than gold because it will activate your DNA, activate your gifts and ability, and it puts you into the consciousness of your higher self, which is something that people don't even attain in the majority of their lifetimes. The second technique in this book is the joy versus anger technique, and that technique works with clairsentience, which is clear feeling, and everybody has clairsentience, okay, which is like a gut feeling. And so you can start asking yes and no questions, and my life has significantly gotten better since I'm like, should I go here? Should I go there? Should I do this? Should I do that? And, when I get a no on something, let's say I want to go to a concert, if I ask and I get a no repeatedly, then I'll go to the next technique, which is the 1 to 10 technique, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the highest, and I'll figure out what compatibility the situation is. But yeah, I always listen to what I get, because whatever I receive, because literally, the only time I run into situations that I don't like is if I forget to ask a question, or if I ask the wrong question, or if I just make an impulsive choice. And so when you can start being divinely led, like asking, your higher self, because your higher self, I look at things like this. That's either, whatever it is, it's either in alignment with your higher self, which is love, joy, compassion, and peace, or it's not, which could be any of the other things, right? And so, yeah, I look at it just like as in alignment or not in alignment. But I will explain like why using the 1 to 10 technique is important is because, like, for me, there was a medication, well, pretty much all medications, I asked the compatibility, like, should I take this? And I get yes, but then I find out the compatibility is a 3. Now, 3 out of 10 compatibility, that's really low. So then I'm like wondering, well, why in the hell is it so low? I ended up finding out it's so low because it's not natural. It doesn't, I mean, even though it's made up of things, it's man-made basically. It's like a pharmaceutical. And so it's not like an herb or something, right? And so that's what makes it lower. But me knowing to ask the other question of like, okay, well, if I don't take it, how's that going to be for me? So one time I didn't take it, or maybe a few times I didn't take it, and I was like, holy shit, I'm going back to taking it, because taking it, even if it's at a 3 compatibility, that's still better than 0, right? So that's how I navigate life. Again, all my gifts have always worked the way that they've worked, but then having this piece, because it's the missing piece for me. When I was in religion, it did not foster a relationship with God, not like a real God, not higher self God. And everyone and everything's higher self is God. And so, and I'm not dissing religion, okay? I'm really not. Please do not think I'm judging people that are religious. I grew up religious and in that system, but I never had an experience with Jesus or with my higher self God, okay? So that's just my own experience. So, and then another very important technique in this book is the mind technique, which gives you the ability to clear the mental and emotional baggage that you keep dragging around with you so that you don't keep creating the same experiences. When I have anything that doesn't feel good, okay, and if I can't do it right then and there because I'm like driving or whatever, I will literally, as soon as I can, and when I remember, I will be going through doing the God technique, rising above it if it doesn't feel good, asking the compatibility of the situation, and then doing the mind technique so that I can clear those thoughts and beliefs. And literally every time that I do the mind technique, let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. Every time I do the mind technique, that situation disappears. And if it is something that's going to take me a while to work through, like let's say abandonment issue, okay, like something that's very deeply seated, there may be multiple beliefs, okay? And so at every time that I can work on it, I get rid of and I clear those beliefs. And the truth of God is going to help you it's going to teach you how to do that so that you don't keep drawing in the same exact experiences. And so, yeah, big game changer for me. Big game changer. That's why I'm throwing you guys a bone. I could be a gatekeeper on this knowledge and just use it for myself, but I literally want you guys to be able to do the same things that I do when it comes to creating your reality. There's so many other techniques in this book as well, from cleansing out your temple, physical health, prayer, meditation. It teaches you how to control the mind, energy ball, astral projection. It talks about those things, the purpose of life, what are we choosing, tools to creating a positive reality, grounding your energy, all of that stuff. So yeah, take advantage of that book, you guys. It's changed my life, and I've seen it change the lives of other people as well. And I'm not getting paid to promote that. I'm just literally throwing you guys a bone. Okay, so the second book we're going to talk about is the book that I've written, but I did not write this book by myself. I wrote this book with God, the Holy Spirit, and Vassago. Now, Vassago is an Ars Goetia spirit that maps the human consciousness, but also rules over divination and like tarot cards, basically. So you'll see in the description box below, you'll see the link to the Truth of God. You'll see the link to this original Rider-Waite tarot deck. And this is what we wrote the deck on, okay? So, or the book on, because every other specialty deck comes off of the original Rider-Waite. And so I've got this exact deck with the descriptions on the cards in the description box below. right above where the link is for this book, which is Vassago Tarot Cards, Spreads and Spells. Why is that? Okay, because if you learn to read these cards, and the good thing about these cards is you don't have to flip through a separate book to get the interpretation. This book, Vassago Tarot Cards, Spreads and Spells, is going to teach you how to read cards for yourself and for others. And it's like a portal. You'll be able to use the spells and the tarot card spreads as many times as you want to improve your life. I've used them multiple times. I don't count how many times I use them, but I know which one to go to and everything like that. So again, this is the most dopest deck, because if you learn the interpretations from this card, you can go to any other tarot deck, and when they give you the abstract pictures that are confusing, you'll know the underlying interpretation of the card, because every other deck comes off of the original Rider-Waite. Okay, just to let you guys know. So the Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells is a freaking awesome book. It starts with a prayer. I do a prayer, which I'm going to do a prayer right after this, but the prayer in this book is a little bit longer than the one that I do on this platform, because I don't want to bore people to death. But yes, I think you should pray before you do any type of divination. Again, I'm not somebody that would ever touch a Ouija board. As a kid, I played with a Ouija board in the past, had a couple experiences that were terrifying. And of course, nobody told me that that was not a fucking game, but that's okay. So yeah, as far as divination being a problem, I don't feel like this is a problem. I don't feel like tarot is a problem. See, the thing is while you're a human, you're going to go through the position, or you're going to know somebody that's you're going to experience every single card in the deck. That's how it maps human consciousness. So Vassago and I have created, well, with God's help, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without God, but we have created a 14 zodiac tarot card spread. Now, I know there's only traditionally 12 zodiac signs. However, I disagree. There should be 14. Okay. And so I've added those other two. One is called Cetus. The other one is called Ophiuchus. So for the 14 zodiac tarot card spread, you're going to pull 2 cards for each position. One card is going to be your south node, where your ego's at. The other card will be your north node, where your destiny is at. And then with the information about the zodiac sign, it'll help you to figure out how to get into your own destiny. The spell that goes along with that is literally to connect with one's destiny. So these are not spells you do on anybody else. They're designed with God and the Holy Spirit in mind. They're designed to help you. Okay. There's no way you could even use any of these spells on anybody else. Confirmation. But yeah, I mean, you could teach somebody else how to do the spells, but you wouldn't be able to do a spell on anybody else. So for the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions, like the World, the Hermit, the Fool, the Emperor, the Empress, the High Priestess, the Lovers, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, okay, the Temperance. For all of those, we've created a tarot card spread that does a deep dive into the energy. And so for everything that you see on the major arcana card, there is going to be a card position for that. And let me just see. I think we'll go to the World, because I've got the World card out already, which is in the back. The Star card is awesome. The Star spell helps you to manifest a wish. The Tower strikes down people who abuse their power against you. I don't know if I've ever read the Tower. Maybe I should read the Tower. I don't think I've ever read the Tower before. Let me just find the Tower card. The Wheel of Fortune helps you to manifest good fortune. The Lovers helps you to draw love into one's life. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation. King of Pentacles. Let's see. The Tower. Wherefore art thou? So the Tower is usually viewed as a negative card, but I will tell you that not every tower is going to be negative. Sometimes there has to be a tower that occurs so that change can happen, okay? So this is the Tower card. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to read just a little bit from this. The Tower card is number 16. The answer is no, and the zodiac is Aries. The Tower tarot card brings about chaos and destruction. If there are long-held beliefs that need to be released, or if your ideas are being challenged, you will pull the Tower. This card means that all aspects of life are open to disaster. Trouble will only end after you get rid of something or someone. Natural disasters and catastrophes, grief over broken relationships and past choices, abuse of power, sudden crisis, and misery. So you'll shuffle the deck, pull one card for each position. Position 1 is the lightning strike, which is that right there, that like Harry Potter looking thing right there. That looks like the thing that's on Harry Potter's head. This card position will reveal to you the aspects of your life that are blowing up in your face. If you or someone around you has been abusing your power, then you may find yourself in the Tower by pulling the Tower card for this position. If you are not stepping into your personal power, that may come through the card that you pull for this position. Position 2 is the Crown of Authority, which is that right there. And it says this card position will show you the power that is held within. Any natural authority over spiritual matters can be shown to you in the card here that you pull here. If someone is copycatting you or trying to impersonate you, you will pull the Tower card for this position. If your tarot card answer is a yes, then you can know that you still have an issue with some form of authority. If it is a no, then you do not have an issue with authority. If you are being stalked, monitored, or investigated by the authorities, then you will pull the Chariot tarot card for this position. Position 3 is the Tower. This card position shows you what you need to let go of. When you are abusing your personal power over others, you may see what changes need to be made by the card that you pull for this position. If your life is not in alignment, you will pull the Judgment tarot card for this position. If you are not in alignment with your purpose and the universe, then you will pull the Tower card for this position. And then in the back of the book, I've created a compendium of knowledge of what it could mean when the different major arcana cards come out one next to each other. So let's go to the Tower and we'll read from that, which I know is in the back. Okay, so if you pull the Tower tarot card at any point, it could indicate that something will come to a complete stop or end. The Tower is an emergency situation that causes pain and disappointment in one's life. Something will have to be let go of for movement to continue forward. If you pull the Tower card and then the Death card, it could indicate that an untimely end will is what will occur. The Tower card in the reverse can show you where you show that you self-sabotage and cause your own problems. If you pull the Tower card in the reverse, you will know that you are the core root to your problems in the cards that you pull before or after the tarot in the reverse. Or the Tower in the reverse. Terror. That's so funny. Because it makes me think about 9/11. That's what that shit makes me think about. It really does. Anyways, a Tower in the reverse can indicate that someone is trying to either blackmail you or someone in the collective, or blackball you in relation to the work that you do. And it just keeps going and going and going. But you guys get the gist. Check these books out. The links to them are in the description box below. Okay, so now we are going to start the reading, but we're going to do the prayer first. So we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, and our spiritual team of highest light and resonance. We're asking that the archangels, our spirit guides, ancestors, all of that, Jesus Christ, Ascended Masters, God, put a protective shield around us, but uncloak us so that we can be seen, so that the messages that need to get to the people that need to hear them can get to those people. Also, we just want to say, God, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for everything that you've done. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And God bless you, God. We bless you. We love you. And all honor, glory, worship, and praise goes to our higher self, God, the divine realm. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without my gifts and without God. So thank you. We love you. And amen. Okay, so by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. That means if I talk about anything in the realms of health, if you feel like it resonates with you, again, use your best discernment. But if you feel like it resonates, follow up with a doctor. And if I talk about anything in the legal realm, follow up with a lawyer if you feel like it resonates, okay? And no bullying me, no bullying anybody in the chat, and no bullying anybody in the comments. Okay. So yeah, you guys, welcome in. So we're going to see what's in the energy. You know, I did get that like a little bit of change is not going to hurt anybody. A little bit of change might be for the best. Sometimes when you know what I feel like, when the word change is used, people see, before I did not always know about tarot cards. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. When I used to do readings, I would just have a blank piece of paper, and before the person would come in, I would start writing down everything that I would pick up about them, and then everything that we would talk about would be on the piece of paper. Then when I found out about the cards and Vassago as a spirit guide, linking that together and understanding how it maps human consciousness, I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome. I dig it. So just know that, you know, my abilities work the way that they work. They work on their own. I don't need cards, but I do like them because it does map the human consciousness and it gives us pictures. And when I would just write things down, like that would just be stuff written down, and I would give the paper to the people, you know what I mean, that I would read for. But yeah, so a little change is not going to hurt anything. All right. And I want you guys to stop looking at change as some type of threat. Okay. Yes, things can change for the worse, but you always got to look at it as like, if a change is happening that you don't like, then you need to ask why that's happening. And then what would be the better solution? Because sometimes when we stay in a position that we're not supposed to be in, like let's say that you're working at a job and they overwork you and underpay you and are toxic. But if you stay in that position and you get nudges from the universe to leave, but you don't leave, the universe is going to do one of two things. It'll either send in another opportunity to get you to move out of that position, or it will fire you. So again, don't look at change as being like a negative thing, okay? Just know that change is the only thing that's constant. Staying the same would be boring, and nobody wants to do that. All right. Also, somebody could be freaking out about this change that you're going through. Maybe you're going through like an evolution, or your energy is upgrading, or basically you could be going through like a mini ascension. Somebody is like literally losing their shit. They're like, no, 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 they can't change. This thing can't change. Maybe this is a relationship that you were in. Maybe this is a partnership, a friendship. Maybe you said no to somebody. Again, it's absolutely okay to say no to people. All right. Especially because some of you guys are not even dealing with people. You're dealing with fucking like reptiles, and I'm not trying to judge the extraterrestrials because I am an extraterrestrial, but sometimes you guys are dealing with lower vibrational energies. I'll just say that are manifesting themselves within a person. Okay. Now, I've talked about this before, but the Codex Gigas, which is the Devil's Bible, there's missing pages in it, and the missing pages in it are rituals that can be done to bind, and I don't know why I'm talking about this, but to bind like reptilians to a bloodline so that the reptilians can always be in power. Yeah, that whole system is being broken down. So this is why I'm talking about change. Change is occurring, but it's not always negative change. All right, let's see what we got here. 3 of Cups. This is dope, you guys. I love this. 3 of Cups is like having a celebration, going to a social event. That could be a wedding, engagement party. You could be asked to be somebody's bridesmaid, or what is the other thing on the opposite side? Best man. I forget like what it's called, but you get the idea. It's a social event. It also talks about a good harvest. You getting to celebrate with people who are legit. I think that that's an important thing because a lot of you guys have been dealing with frauds in the past, which just means that the people that you had around you in the past were snakes. Like, and I love snakes, so I don't even want to call these people snakes because I think that snakes are adorable, but you get what I'm saying. Like, they were betrayers. So at this time, there's going to be a lot of fun, successful relationships that come in. I feel like you just need to use your best discernment. Strong friendships are very important. You could be, gosh, what is it called when you like network with your friends? You could be getting into networking with your friends. I also get that, like, how you treat others, you will be treated. And so just try to do your best by others, and, you know, and understand that you should not be having to lower your vibration to anybody else's. Like, if people want to be your friend, they need to step up to where you're at. And if you were to like look at successful people, you don't see them lowering, unless it's like for a family member, but you don't see them lowering their frequency to connect with somebody that's down here. So I just want you guys to be aware that the people that you're drawing in now are going to be more on your level. Okay. Where the people before, I also get we're not on your level. Like you had to like lower your frequency. And that's one thing I can't stand. I can't be around people to where I'm having to like to make a connection with them, I'm having to dumb my consciousness the fuck down. I don't like the way that that feels. It's probably why I don't have very many friends, but also I see things with my abilities all the time. And so I know how each person suffers. And that's probably another reason that I don't have friends, but it's okay. Yeah, you guys are coming into team spirit, which I feel like could be on projects. It could be with hobbies, leisure activities. I like the energy of the Three of Cups. I really do. I think it's a great energy. Knight of Swords. Do y'all know somebody in the military, or what is this about? Let me just ask a couple questions. Is the Knight of Swords the collective? No. Is the Knight of Swords a love option for the collective? Well, they're not actually a love option, but this person thinks that they are. Is the Knight of Swords a woman? No, it's a man. Okay, because the Knight of Swords talks about somebody with a military demeanor. Interesting. A military demeanor. That's just like, to me, what a military demeanor would be like, what is it called when they use the alternative numbers for time? It's just a different system. It's like very, very strict, very disciplined. You know, this person's very confident. I don't like the way that they have their sword raised and the way that they're coming into the situationship. So I'm wondering how you know this person. Let me just ask, does the collective know this Knight of Swords? Yes, you already know this person. So maybe they left the military. This person is in the Knight of Swords, right? This is the Knight of Swords energy. Yes. Okay, so somebody is in the Knight. The Knight of Swords is like grieving, crying, being upset that you caused somebody great pain, sleepless nights, that type of thing. Rehashing past actions. Interesting. The Knight of Swords is probably the most aggressive energy that's in the tarot deck out of all of the cards. So this person, they could be, if you're feeling like you need to be protected, that's why this person's coming in. Okay. Also, I feel like you guys have the ability to protect yourselves. So I would be X-naying like what you want in a relationship or a friend or whatever is somebody that's protective, because what you're going to get is probably something that you don't like if you hold on to that mentality. Four of Swords. Yo, that Four of Swords, look at that. That is like a funeral. The Four of Swords represents at the end of a fight, a personal battle ends. Maybe somebody was trying to use like military like what is it called? Psyops on you. If you were having any noise intimidation, bullying, gang stalking, harassment, internet stalking, dark web bullshit. Yeah, that's what I get from that. I also get that, you know, this person's alone with their thoughts and they can't stand it. Queen of Wands. I knew there was going to be another person involved. This Queen of Wands is not a good person. So does the Queen of Wands know the collective? Yes. Do they know the collective personally? I'm not for sure. For some of you, this Queen of Swans. Yeah, right. This Queen of Wands, for some of you, they know you through a friend or through, it could be the Knight of Swords, or they know you through the internet or through a company. Okay. Yeah. But I don't get a good vibe from them at all. Like at all. This person could be, if you're a female, this person is very competitive. Maybe hold on, let me just ask. Does the Queen of Wands want to be with the Knight of Swords? Yes. Okay, so these people, They want to be with each other. I feel like they should go fuck off and be with each other and just kind of stay away from you, because it looks like you're over here having real legitimate relationships, happy friendships, and you're having a good harvest and celebrating. These people are suffering because they thought that you were going to join their group. I don't know if somebody asked you to join their cult, their coven, their secret society, their masonry, their whatever other nonsense exists, religion, whatever it is. And you're probably like, no, thank you. You probably were very kind. No, I don't want to join the military. No, I don't want to join your guys's gangbang. No, I don't want to join whatever this is. Okay. These people are incompetent. Judgment. They're up under judgment. And again, this is not because you called judgment on them. This is literally because, because their actions cause them to be up under judgment. I mean, what in the hell? When people have really bad intentions towards you, they don't realize that they're putting themselves up under judgment. These people need to find a new career. Maybe this Knight of Swords is getting, not disbarred, but what is it when you're released from the military? Dispatched? No, that's not it. Whatever it is when you're released from the military without pay and without dishonorable discharge, which sounds like a STD symptom, but yeah. Ew. So this person, they don't have access to finances anymore because they fucked up while they were in the military. Also, I get for some of you, this Knight of Swords energy is they could be a lesbian, but they've got a very masculine ass energy to them. Or they could be bisexual, either one, but they got a very masculine energy to them, but they could be, transgender or lesbianism or going through some type of change. Okay. When it comes to their sexuality. And we're not judging anybody that's going through that. Again, I love every type of people of every community. I just want people to be, doing the best for themselves and for others. So this Queen of Wands looks at you like, sometimes all it is, this change that's happening, you could be feeling it, but it's not actually affecting you. Sometimes all it is like somebody, that you used to know, they see you smile too wide one day and it pisses them off. Sometimes you represent the choices that these people weren't able to make. And that's in itself enough to trigger them, okay? To be upset with you. But these people, they need to both find a new career. All right? I'm for real with that. Like, they need to find a new career. Whatever this is that they've been doing, no, it's not stable. Ace of Swords, you're protected. Your harvest is protected. I would very much, if you have started a new business, if you're working with new clientele, if you've opened a new shop, if you, et cetera, have created new art, I would make sure that it's all copyrighted and do not share anything with these people, because they need a new career and a new job, and they're looking at you and being like, oh, what they do looks easy. No, people don't understand that when you're chosen and called to do something, it is going to be easy. Why would God call you to do something that's going to be difficult? Jesus giving sermons on the Mount was the easiest shit for him to do. I'm not joking. And people would have looked at, back in the day, there was somebody that did look at Jesus and called him a witch, sorcerer, wizard, warlock, whatever the fuck they use as their terming. And they were like, oh, Jesus healed this person through Beelzebub. First of all, Beelzebub doesn't heal anybody, but that's besides the point. That's not even like the realm of what Beelzebub does, but whatever. So like, you just have to understand that when you are in a position to heal others, to help others, people are going to be like, oh, because think of it this way. If you saw somebody, like I seen Chris Angel, who is a magician, not like a witchcraft magician, I don't think, but he just does magic tricks. Anyways, I've seen him walk on water and turn water into wine in some type of way. And it's obviously an illusion. Okay. But, he's considered a magician. People would have considered Jesus to be a magician. And I don't mean to compare you to Jesus, but it feels like whatever you're doing to inspire the public, people could be saying, at least these people could be saying, oh, they're a witch, they're this, they're that. But the general population does not view you that way. You're divinely protected here. And so are your intellectual projects. This King of Wands person, I don't like them for you. This King of Wands is up under judgment. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, those two people could be married. And they could be friends with this Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords wanted to cause you some type of suffering, and it's not even like you personally know them like that. This is like over, you know, them wanting to steal something that you already do. Justice. You're getting justice. People just need to be mindful. Also, God is creating justice for you. This is not like you have to go out and get justice yourself. This is like divine justice. So you just need to know that a little bit of change is fine. And again, if you were in a position to, and you felt like you were losing every day and that your energy was being stolen from you, that you were having to slave for whatever, if you were in that energy, now that energy has switched itself up and it's got these people completely pissed off because they can no longer benefit off of you. And that's what they want to do, is use and abuse. Use, and abuse. Okay? That's their mindset. This King of Wands is definitely somebody that wants to sleep with you. And I get really ick vibes from them. They're probably up under judgment just for that intention towards you. Because again, you don't fuck with these people. This Queen of Wands, you could have known them in the path. See, they're trying to get in your pathway. You could have known this person in the past, but maybe you didn't like their friend that they have. Okay. And maybe you didn't like the person that they were with. That's absolutely okay for you to not like people. It's fine. These people act like you should be punished because you don't want to give them your inheritance. It's crazy. 10 of Swords. These people are going to 10 of Swords each other's, though. They are. They're going to put each other in the 10 of Swords. Foolishly. Also, if you are in a relationship with someone, there was, well, whether you're in a relationship or not, there was definitely some type of spell work being sent towards you to fuck up your relationships. And this is why your relationships being divinely protected is the first card that came out. So if you were fighting with a partner, or if you were thinking thoughts that are not normal to you, like about a partner, it was these people. And again, when you become aware of these people and their energy and their thoughts and their witchcraft, I would say, God, rebuke them, remove everything that's attached. In fact, we're going to ask God to rebuke these people and remove everything that is attached to them and everything that they have sent over the course of time from any other lifetime to now and going into the future. We ask that they be blocked, because these people, they see you going through a change, and this change means you get justice, you get a happily ever after, you get protected by the divine, and they don't. And they're looking at it as like, oh, something's been switched around. No, bitch. No, ho. These fucking people were stealing from you. They were stealing from you for so long that they made the mistake of thinking that their energy was their energy when it was actually yours. Now God is setting things right. And these people are like, how is that possible? We did all of these destiny rituals. We did all of this witchcraft. How is that possible? We can't take from this person. We can't live off of them. We can't. And these people are fucking disgusting. Like, they would straight up, if they could, they would make you a slave. That's what they want. It's a slave mentality. Also, if there was any jinns or genies involved, these genies are reversing every single fucking thing that was done, that these people were asking for. This is why, you know, people just need to get it together. Get their lives together. King of Swords. They wanted somebody to come in and judge you, and there's nothing to judge because y'all are not doing anything. You're not doing anything worth being brought into court and judged. These people are, though. They're spiritually, they're being judged by the spiritual realm. And nobody can control that. There's no human on this planet that can control the spiritual realm doing what the spiritual realm is going to do. This King of Swords was believing these people for a long time. Maybe you have some type of content that you create. These people were trying to steal it, imitate it. Yeah, they've been proven to be false people. This is why they're in the Ten of Swords. Also, I feel like if this King of Wands is an ex of yours that got with this other person, these people are complete betrayers. And I don't know why they would think that they would get anything other than complete betrayal, because that's what they've been sending out. Also, these people's homes life are being disrupted. They could have to move, like physically they could have to move, or they could have to relocate, or they could have to go to another city or whatever, go to another state. And hey, I think that that's great. As long as these people get the fuck away from you, I'm fine with that. See, you're divinely protected. This King of Swords is somebody who does have high moral standards and is not just going to step on an innocent person. And I would consider you, even though you're not perfect and I'm not perfect, I still consider you guys to be innocent in this position. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. I would greatly appreciate that. It would really help this platform, you guys. I love you, I love you, I love you, and thank you, thank you, thank you. So look, you're getting justice. Because these people were fucking playing games with you. They were trying to put all of your projects in jeopardy so that you would have to give something to them, or so that they would be able to pimp you out or be able to benefit off of you. And if these are people that traffic other people, they're getting caught the fuck up. Okay? They really are. Ten of Pentacles, because these people, what they want is your home, your property, and everything that belongs to you. These people not only want your intellectual property, which is the information that you get from God and like the good ideas that you have, but they also want this Ten of Pentacles, which is a home, influence, importance, material success. Yeah, they want all of it. This person wanted you to have to be forced out of a position, like forced out of a home, and now they're acting like they're the martyr or the victim. I would ignore these people. Ten of Wands. They were trying to put so many burdens on you to where you would not be able. These people are the type of people that are like, carry the cross for me. These people are the ones that are committing, and I don't like to use the word sin, but they are committing sin after sin after sin by trying to put heavy ass witchcraft on you. Now it's on them. This is what's called divine justice. You're getting divine justice. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. You're getting divine justice, and this King of Swords is going to not be like, oh yeah, it's okay for you to attack the collective. It's okay for you to just throw your responsibilities on others. No, you were not around to commit these crimes or to do whatever this stupid shit is. So why would you be held responsible? Just because these people owe somebody, most likely the devil, but they also owe somebody in the physical world, doesn't mean that they can just point at you and say, make that person pay. And these people are delusional. They think that witchcraft can do anything, but there's certain things that witchcraft cannot do, and it cannot destroy your home. And also, this is how stupid these people are. They were trying to like create some type of natural disaster to come hit your home. And these people are like 2 cities over, which means if there's a natural disaster, it's going to fuck them up. And this is why I feel like they truly are ignorant. Ace of Pentacles is what just came out here. These people, they are upset that you have an Ace of Pentacles from God, that your pennies come from heaven, that God is supporting you, that God will always make sure that you have a home to live in. Why do these people want you homeless so bad? Because they feel like if you're homeless, then you're going to open up to having to work with them or giving them your projects or investing with them. You're not investing with these people. You have a real collaboration of people who are not going to backdoor you that is showing up. So this is why I feel like don't be so quick to judge the change that's happening to be bad, okay? Because I don't feel like it is. I feel like this is all happening for your highest and best good. And if these people were not removed out of the way, you would continue to be blocked. And you don't deserve to be blocked. You've done nothing to deserve any of this. Just know that. But whatever it was within you that pulled these people in, that's what I would be healing and releasing. Doing the mind technique out of the truth of God, which is in the description box below. But yeah, these people are also being tested, like literally, they're being tested for their competence, which I feel like this person that got dishonorable discharge from the military, that was the test. They fucking failed it. This person is still wanting to live on military benefits, but those have run out because it's dishonorable discharge. I also get that this Knight of Swords, they better get it together. They are a murderer, and I'm not judging anybody that kills for the government, okay? But this person, they loved it. It's not like, oh gosh, I have to shoot somebody for self-defense. This person, they loved to kill people. They loved it. They enjoyed it. They took great pleasure in it. Probably to the point where the government was like, yeah, you need to go. like we like our soldiers to follow orders, but you do too much. And I think it's funny how the government will just throw people away when they're done using them. My tissue box is down here. They will. They get a bad vibe that what they've done, what they've caused somebody to do to another person has created bad karma. They will just get rid of that person to keep the karma away from themselves. And they think that the shit works. It's like crazy to me. What else do we need to know about the situation moving forward, Holy Spirit, God? Oh yeah, that these people are acting like a victim. They act like they have nothing better that they can do other than harass you. These people could be blaming you for your success, blaming you that you're protected by God, and wondering why they're not blessed and they're not protected. It all has to do with how you treat other people and how you treat yourself. These people do not love themselves. Any person that loves themselves would not think that murder is okay. And even if it's for the government, it's still called killing. If it's not in self-defense, I think it's wrong. But that's just my own opinion. I think it's a disrespect of what God's created. 5 of Wands. These people are trying to compete with you in the avenue of work that you're already in. This is like you being a seasoned worker, doing something for a long time, being a master at it, okay? And these people, they want to just jump into your lane and do the same shit that you're doing without having any prior work experience or any skill. And they're finding out that, oh, they can't do that. The best that they're going to get is trying to compete with you. And what are they going to do? How are they going to compete with God? Like literally, when you get your resources from the divine and you're not relying on the human world, how are these people going to compete with God? That's what I want to know. It's not possible. Literally, it's not. These people are experiencing obstacle after obstacle after obstacle because they're not supposed to be doing whatever this is that you do. And they know damn well that they just look at you doing it and be like, oh, I could do that. No, God doesn't want false prophets. If you do something like what I do, God does not want these false prophets in a position to mislead people. God wants these people to get a regular fucking job and just like do a regular job. Not copy you, not stalk you, not follow you from city to city. These people are fucking nosy and they know that you are somebody that will always be provided for. So they feel like if they can dip into what God is giving you, then they'll be provided for. These people do not understand that them trying to fulfill your destiny is not going to get them rewarded. Not in any type of way. They're not going to be rewarded at all. Let's get the likes of you guys, please, and thank you. The Lovers. And they also feel like if they can block a love union from coming in, then they can send someone in to steal all of your work and all of your property. I mean, these people are very low vibrational and they have very dirty ideas and they're stupid. And this King of Swords is going to be like, nah, you know, you're not meant to compete with the collective. You're not meant to block the collective. These people do not love you. They want to send somebody in to trick you, to make you feel like you're not like these other people. You're not a desperate hoe sitting around waiting for somebody to decide to love you. You're over here having your own relationships, moving forward, loving yourself and living your life. And these people think that you're just sitting around waiting. 9 of Cups. You're getting your wishes fulfilled. When it comes to your love life, when it comes to a twin flame union, when it comes to soulmate contracts, you're getting your wishes fulfilled. These people can't do anything about that. Four of Cups, because they're only doing this shit anyways because they're bored and self-absorbed. These people have lost interest in the things that made them happy. They might want to go back to that and, you know, take a look again and do something that is actually for them. These people also want to come down on you, and like, I'm getting that somebody wants to beat you up. They want to beat you down because they feel like you believe that you're better than them. Even if you do, it's showing up in the cards that you are better than them. You don't do any type of low vibrational dumb shit that these people do. And you're not desperate. You're not trying to send other people into somebody's life to kill them and steal their inheritance, to take their laptop and run. I'm serious. This is ridiculous. Ace of Wands. Whatever you put into motion, God is going to back, and you're going to be very successful. So I would just literally try to stay aware of your energy. And when you feel like somebody is tugging on it, the devil, when you feel like somebody is tugging on it, ask God to show you what to do and call your energy and your power back to you. Because these people are only doing this shit because they're bored and they have nothing better to do, and they feel like they're all out of options. These people are going to cause their own death. They really are. A premature death. Also, this King of Swords doesn't play about people who are righteous. These people wanting you to carry their fucking cross for them and get this devil attachment that they have. You are not attached to the fucking devil. You're not carrying any cross for anybody. You're not even around to compete with these people. They want to make themselves your competition, but they're not even authentic with what they want to do that you do. Like, they don't authentically want to do that. I also get that, yeah, they have to walk away. Eight of Cups. Dissatisfied, disappointed, angry, and upset. They also have to walk away knowing that the devil can't do anything to you. There are some people on this planet you just can't fuck with. Yeah, these people are tired of their current situation. They've got a very bad, pessimistic attitude. They need to take action, and they need to leave their current relationship or job. These people and all their stupid ideas is what's causing them to be in these situations. Okay? They need to make dramatic changes and move the fuck on. I feel like I really wish that these people would just move away from you. Like, I wish that God would cause a situation to happen to where these people would have to move states away, countries away. Like, give them a job opportunity that is in another country, another state, and just to get the fuck away from you. Because I don't like this stalking, hovering ass monitoring spirit energy that these people have. I don't like it. And this is why I would be speaking with God every day and being like, okay, higher self, God, I'm feeling it happen again. I'm feeling them fuck with my crown chakra. I'm feeling them fuck with my third eye. Let's just check the chakras and make sure the chakras are in the places and in the upright. Whatever's being done, God, please put an end to it. And literally, Spirit, God will show you what you need to do to stop and block people, okay? Sometimes it means saying goodbye to them. Sometimes it means blocking them on all social media. And sometimes it just means walking away from them. Sometimes you just have to be like, nah, not my energy, not my dog, not my fight. I'm not going to invest in this. Because what spiritual warfare does, when these people send spiritual warfare to you, they want you to fight them back. And that's, no, don't enter into a war with these people. They literally need to get their shit together. Don't enter into a war. I would be like literally washing my hands of them, putting them in the hands of God and the Holy Spirit. And it's funny how people think that that's not going to get anything done. The moment that you release the need to get revenge, or even, I don't even want you to be like, oh, I need to protect myself from them. No, your intuition protects itself. This Ace of Swords is divine protection. You know, you don't want to engage in any type of spiritual warfare with them. Let them send whatever dumbass energy they want to send. And just know that if you're not in a vibration to receive that energy, you can sidestep it. You could What you could do is take that energy that they send you and take all of it, and then alchemize it for your highest and best good. Literally, you could do that. And these people will be like, they stole my gifts, they stole my abilities. No, these people gave their shit away by sending and directing attacks towards you. Just because you decided to do something positive with what they sent you doesn't mean that you stole from them. They sent the shit to you and they had no right to do that. Page of Wands. These people are going to be like, oh, I have children to take care of. I can't go to jail. I can't move. I can't this. God will find a way. The world. Sorry, I have to cover up her boobies. The world. You have the world accessible to you. Maybe it's best for you to move out of the way and move to a new location. Either way, even if these people know where you live, I feel like you praying and you loving yourself, putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, taking care of your spiritual hygiene, doing the things that keep your body healthy, all of that stuff. And that could be just going for a walk. It could be doing yoga. It could be petting a pet. It could be giving more attention to an animal. It could be doing yard work. All of that stuff is really good for you. You know, it doesn't matter where you go in the world, you're going to be a success, and you're also going to bring this work that you have to the world, okay? For the world to be able to benefit off of it. Because just like how I was saying, like, I want you guys to be able to know and do the same things that I can do with the truth of God. That's why I choose not to gatekeep the energy, because I feel like other people should know about it. And it saves me the time of having to answer people's questions when they ask me how I'm able to do things. But yeah, like the love that you have from God, it's not meant for you to gatekeep it. And also, if you feel like you're stuck in a permanent situation, owning a home, and like owning a home, owning your own home, that could feel like a permanent situation. Just know that it's not. There will be an opening. When you ask God for a miracle, there will be a miracle. Okay? God will make sure that your home is provided for. And these people, they're going to continue to do what they want to do because they feel like they're righteous for doing so. Because they're broke-ass losers. They want you to be a broke-ass loser. I can guarantee you suffering along with these people is not going to make anybody happy. These people need to make themselves happy. And it's not your job to support other people's families and kids. It's your job to use your gifts and abilities to bring it to the world so that you can help the less fortunate, but not to the detriment of yourself. These people want to steal. And they also were working together with a group of people doing witchcraft. And that's another thing that I do not agree with doing with. You just have to understand how powerful you are. If you've got a group of people gathering together to do witchcraft on you, does that sound like a normal situation? You obviously are a light worker. 7 of Swords. These people know that there's only one correct answer. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. There's only one correct answer to this situation. You see this guy running with the swords, having to look behind his shoulder. Y'all know not to run with scissors, not to run with knives. This person, they know that the correct answer is to stop trying to sacrifice you and stop trying to sell you to the devil, because you can't do that to another person. They are misinterpreting the energy. I also get that selfish decisions bring about disaster for everyone. And that's what these people are doing. They're being self-centered. And they do have a child, this King of Wands and Queen of Wands. They've got a child that they don't fucking take care of. They probably have more than one child. They don't take care of this child. They want you and your resources to take care of them. No, you're not giving away, whether you have children or not, you're not giving away your personal legacy. Also, jinns, we ask for a complete reversal on whatever the fuck this is. We're tired of these people. You need to start telling these people no. Point blank, period. And we release you, we release you, we release you. From whatever the hell these people have been doing, we release you. Because I get that somebody just keeps wishing evil on you, and it's going to come right back to them. This devil energy that they possess, they're possessed by it. This is probably why they're so fucked up. The Magician. Yeah, these people did not think that you could stand on your own. They're like, well, once we get all these people together, we'll be able to take them down. The fuck? No. When you have God on your side, it doesn't matter how many people gather together against you. They won't be able to do anything about that. Point blank, period. And I'm serious about that. They won't be able to do anything about that. Also, you guys, pray over your food, pray over your water. I pray over all of the food that you've ever eaten, all of the water you've ever drank, anything that you've consumed. I pray over it with the essence of God for you and for me, past, present, and future. And we ask that the guardian angels and spirit guides, if we forget to pray over our food, bless our food. Also, if these people invite you to some type of party, don't go. If they try to give you food, don't go. If somebody keeps trying to give you a gift, be suspicious of that. Do not accept gifts that are like jewelry from people, okay? Because those are one of the easiest things to put death spells and shit on. Mirrors are another thing that people put witchcraft on. If you have a neighbor or somebody strange trying to give you gifts all the time, you need to understand that that gift could be cursed. I would pray over the gift, and literally you'll know if that gift is good for you or not. If you pray over it and you put salt, on it or around it, and in the next day, and I would like literally not bring it into your house, leave it outside your house. The next day, if that salt were to turn like cloudy, or it were to be disturbed or unsettled, those would be signs that the gift is cursed. In fact, I even pray over like Amazon packages, okay? Because you just never know. You never know what people are sending. And you don't want to be opening a package or something with a bunch of spell work in it. I've had that happen to me before, and it sucked and traumatized the shit out of me for a long time. King of Cups. These people are being told that walking away is the best action for them to do. It's what's going to bring about the result of peace. Also, if you're having headaches, I want you to cancel and rebuke that right now. If you have any pain in your body, we ask God to show us what's causing that. We cancel and rebuke it, and we cancel and rebuke wherever it's coming from. And then make sure that you guys go to the doctor regularly, get checkups, and just take care of your health. Sometimes you guys just need to drink a tea. Sometimes you guys need to drink electrolytes, whatever it is. We're asking God to show us what needs to be done so that this pain can go away, because somebody has been trying to literally cause you great suffering. And for what? I'm not for sure, because you've never done anything to them. The star, because you are the star and they're not. I legit think that this person wanted to steal your destiny. They wanted to get close enough to you to steal. And maybe they did take something from you that was yours. Now it's got to all be given back, all of it in full. I would say I summon and call back every single blessing, every single star, every single energy of empowerment that is mine. I call it back, all of it to come back now at one time. Not over amounts of time. The fuck no. It belongs to me. I claim it, and I call my destiny, my power, my fate, my ability, my star trait, and my talent, and I call all of that back to me. And if it's in the possession of another person, then I call for judgment on that person, because they should not be in possession of what is mine. I've never agreed to that. Yeah, I cancel and rebuke any witchcraft covenant, demonic altar, demonic covenant, demonic contract, whatever the fuck. Whatever it is, known and unknown, seen and unseen, stupid things. Anybody standing in my way, they need to get the fuck out of the way. 5 of Swords, look, you guys have invested, and these people, they invest in hurting others. They also have done a lot of immoral, illegal actions against you, and they might want to be mindful that they can't sign the bloody, like, let's say that Satan gives a contract. These people cannot sign with their blood your fucking name. They can't take a piece of your hair or a piece of your clothing and then try to sign a contract with that. Again, any covenant with the devil or contract or whatever the hell this is that these people keep trying to cook up, they think that God is stupid. God is not stupid. We cancel and rebuke that. And we ask that God intervene on that and cut that off immediately and turn the situation completely around. And we're not wishing evil on these people. We're just wishing that they get what they deserve. I ask that I get what I deserve, and I ask that they get what they deserve. Because these people were doing something very unfair to you, trying to destroy your projects and trying to destroy your progress. Four of Pentacles. All because you have roots. You have a genuine connection to Orishas, to Ra, to Egyptian. You have genuine connections. And you also have abilities that come from God. These star traits and abilities that come from the Most High, you don't have to share them with anyone if you don't want to. People think, oh, you're a light worker, you have to help me. The fuck, bitch? No, I don't have to do shit. The only thing that I have to do is love myself and use my abilities to help myself. And through doing that, it does help the world. But since I choose to help others, I'm going to be choosy of who I help. Like, obviously, there has to be an equal exchange of energy. You know, that's why I charge $20 per question. I'm not going to just sit around and jump in somebody else's life and feel all the shit that's going on in their experience for free. And people need to get off of this. Oh, you're a kind person. You're a light worker. You need to do the shit for free. You need to handle these demons that I have. You need to da-da-da-da-da. This person is fucking acting like they're entitled to something that they're not. And maybe they got away with acting like they were entitled to something that's not theirs, but they're not going to, in the future, be getting away with anything. Welcome, everybody coming into the chat. If you guys could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. We got 25 people that are watching and 17 likes on the video. If you guys could like the video, it would really help this platform. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Also, these people are going to be like, it's not fair. It's not fair. We didn't get what we wanted. These people were never going to get what they wanted. They were advised by a King of Cups to leave you alone. Three of Wands. Because you're over here dreaming on a better future, looking to the future and being like, hey, I'm going to move towards what's for my highest and best good because I know that healing myself is going to heal the world. And the thing is like, once you learn how to heal yourself, you can be there for other people. But these people, they want you to stop loving yourself, self-sacrifice, give everything up. And they want you to feel bad for them because they have children, because they have a legacy and they don't have anything to leave their children. These people need to take their business and go to another fucking country or another state. I'm serious. God may literally uproot them and move them out of the fucking way. Because these people have been in the way for too long. And this King of Cups has seen how these people try to put themselves first to the detriment of everybody else. And this King of Cups is not going to be in agreement. Death with death. And I feel like this Knight of Swords is so used to killing people and being able to being legal that they think that they can do the same shit to you and that people are just going to look the other way. No, if somebody tried to harm one hair on your head, the entire universe would come crashing down and these people would be killed instantly. And that's not a joke. That is like, people need to show respect to others for the fact that God created their lives. You know what I mean? Like, show some fucking respect to God. And don't be thinking that you can just kill whoever the fuck you want whenever you get ready. And these people could be a part of some type of fucked up religion where if you leave the religion, you get killed. You're not a part of it. So, does it say in any type of holy book that they read out of that it's okay to just murder other people or rape people or whatever? No, it fucking doesn't. And if it does, then that is some dark ass shit, dude. That doesn't have nothing to do with God. Literally. You guys are leaving a legacy that the world is going to be able to benefit off of, and you're going to be able to benefit off of it. These people have nothing to do with that. In fact, they have tried to stop your forward progress in every way possible. Knight of Pentacles. Trying to bring death to you. Death to your door. It's a fuck no. It's a no. These people are foolish. They were able to trick a few people, but not everybody is stupid. Not everybody is an idiot. They just need to understand that not everybody is going to fall for this type of abuse. You guys are doing so good. That's why this change that's happening is for your highest and best good. And we ask that God continue to allow things to change for us so that we can have new opportunities that are safe, that are prosperous, so that we can spread God's love to this planet, to other people who have never had access to it. And anybody that wants to get in the way of that, God, handle them. King of Pentacles. These people think that you can be bought and sold. You are not no prostitute. You're not no hooker. You cannot be bought and fucking sold. Like, you don't care about money like that. Obviously, everybody needs money to survive, which means that these people do not have any fucking right to try to fuck with your finances at all, because everybody has to have money to survive. But you are not going to sell out. You're not a sellout. You're not going to be like, oh, yeah, I'll just change everything about myself and everything that I'm doing for you. No, do not sell out. I would put these people in their place and be like, you need to get the fuck on. In fact, that it would be safer for these people to move away from you, to move to another country, to move for, you know, another place. It would be better. Mark of the beast price on their foreheads. This is what I'm saying. Wow. Really? Right now? Why'd they just fly out like that? 8 of Wands. These people are at a crossroads. They are. Whether they recognize it or not, they have to go in a new direction. And then these popped out. Geez, the 8 of Swords in the reverse. These people, their vision is obscured by something. Okay? Their view of the bigger picture is obscured. It says too many choices, lack of clarity and direction. Develop a strategy and stick to it. Research carefully. Radically new ideas are needed. New beginnings are possible. Plan carefully and execute the plan. These people need to move on. 4 of Wands in the reverse. They didn't finish any work. This is pathetic. Wishing won't make it so. What did I say about the jinns? The jinns are turning everything around. They're changing it all up right now. Wishing won't make it so. They won't be able to overcome the constraints of reality. Deal with situations as they are, not as you want them to be. Boredom, and the 4 of Cups also talks about boredom. But entering into a period where things are monotonous and life has few opportunities for escape. Projects and works do not produce financial gain that was expected. Duh. Anything that they're trying to do to you financially is going to fail. I can guarantee it. And then the 2 of Wands in the reverse, yikes. Talks about a good beginning turns against them. Maybe these people are getting a beginning. It's going to turn against them. Bad luck. Their dream is doom. It's lost in a crowded marketplace and not well received. No shit, because it's not their dream. It's yours. Yeah, ideas were not original enough, and the timing was off. Bad initial planning was to blame. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, which is little financial gain after taking a huge risk, loan default, anxiety over mounting debts, financial security is threatened, their credit is overextended, many possible financial choices with no clear answer, investments are a disappointment, action without planning dooms finances. These people, their plan was to do something to you and get something out of you. This is why they're failing. This is all because you're successful in something that you're doing. You're a star, or you're meant to be the star. But yeah, I'm also like feeling like that you have had enough of the bullying, all of the bullying. God, we ask for an intervention on that. Please stop these people and their bullying. Empress. Because you guys are showing up divine feminine energy. You guys are showing up as somebody that cares about the planet, who's creative, who's prosperous. These people are trying to give you headaches to keep you from working. The fuck is wrong with them? No, actually, we're going to transfer all of this voodoo, hoodoo bullshit. God, please transfer this onto these people so that they can suffer the side effects of their witchcraft, and so that we don't have to go through it. Thank you. This is why these people are up under such heavy judgment. They're about to lose. Yeah, you're loved by God. Ace of Cups here. Loved by the divine. It's crazy that these people just want to look right past that Ace of Cups card. They want to look right past the fact that you are loved by God. That is delusional. That's like the definition of delusion right there. And this is the thing. God loves everybody. God is a timeless energy that will sit around forever waiting for these people who continually fuck things up. But God will sit around forever waiting for every last little particle of its creation to turn back to it. That's why our higher selves, God is so much greater than what our egos are, because I personally would not have that type of patience. These people have mistaken the grace and mercy over their life as they think that it was God being okay with them committing crimes. No, they were shown grace and mercy, which means the first 5 times that they tried to do this shit to you, they didn't get slapped out by the universe. Now they're getting slapped out by the universe. And this person thinks that you have done something to convince God to not love them. And that's not what's happening at all. What's happening is what you send out, you get back. What you do to others will happen to you. This is why Jesus went around treating others as Jesus would want them to treat him. And even though Jesus went through a bunch of shit, it just goes to show that when you speak good things, when you talk about God, when you love God, there are going to be people who hate that, high priestess, and you could be a prophet just like Jesus. And there's nothing demonic about you and the work that you do. There's nothing demonic about it. They want to call it demonic, whatever. Again, sometimes Christians or other religions, all like I will tell you, me growing up in religion, I only had one lens to look through. So when I was having all these psychic experiences, seeing things, all of this stuff, it was either Jesus or it was the devil. That was it. That was the lens, right? And none of it really fit into those categories because it's not actually like that. And so you just have to understand that these people can only do what they can do from their perspective, and their perspective is not shit. Nobody is going to follow these people because they're broke and they're broken, and it's not your job to fix these people. You can literally pray for them, pray for these people to find God, to find their higher selves, and to do something that's in alignment with love, joy, and peace and compassion, which is what God is. But again, I wouldn't be praying down on these people because look, they're already fucked up. Their situation's bad. They're blinded by something and they're missing a big piece of the information when it comes to you. And they also are not ever going to be a part of this work that you do, this prophetic, you being a prophet and sharing God's love with the world. They don't have this love within them. It causes you to have to love yourself to be able to be there for others. Your intuitive nature and the work that you're producing is going to share God's love with others. And I'm not saying that people are not worthy of God's love. I'm just saying that not everybody is going to be open and receptive to it, because these people, they don't want to take self-accountability. God gave us all free will to use our thoughts and our beliefs and our bodies and our actions and our words to create good experiences and bad experiences. We can create whatever we want while we're here. However, these people are only on one end of the spectrum. They're creating negative experiences for themselves and for others. And so, yes, God loves us so much that he gave us free will. He, it, they, them, however you want to look at it. The higher power gave us free will to make our own choices. However, you've made choices that are in alignment with God's love. These people, they made a bad choice. Maybe they felt like they were dealt a bad hand of cards in life, but also they've made bad choices that don't go in alignment with the divine realm and with love, joy, and peace and compassion. These people have not been merciful to others. They're greedy, they're self-centered. And so they're not open and receptive to God's love because they feel like God is the reason why they're a loser. They need to go to their mother and their father and look at them and then be like, oh, that's why I'm a loser. I'm not trying to be funny or mean about that, but legitimately they need to stop blaming God. I'm serious, because God did not put the idea for these people to steal from you in their mind. God is love, joy, compassion, and peace. God did not hurt these people in any type of way. They brought about their own suffering by disobeying universal law and breaking universal law and breaking other people, like breaking them, literally. These people look at others like they need to be broken. Just like the military, when they send you to boot camp, they break you down so they can build you back up in their image. You, my friend, reflect God because you have God within you, and people can see it. You are a reflection of God. Okay, literally. You are a manifestation of God's love and energy in action. And these people have never seen that before, and they're like, oh, it's got to be evil. It's got to be evil. No, it's not evil. It's just that you're here. You're open to God's love, and you're not blaming God for every little thing that happened to you in your life. You know that you create your thoughts. You create your reality with your own thoughts and beliefs, and it's not God doing it for you. Yes, God, when we give God permission to come and do things for us, and we ask and we interact with our higher self, God, yes, miracles will happen. In fact, I believe miracles are happening every second of the day. It's just some of us don't have the eyes or the ears to hear and see those miracles. You are a walking miracle, and you're doing the exact work that Christ would have done, enlightening others and being a positive person to the best of your ability. Again, none of us are perfect, but the more that we tap into our higher selves, which is God, the more we tap into our soul, the more perfect like we will become, the more like our true self. And I believe everybody's true self is God, higher self. It is the divine. And that's what the true self is. Everything that we associate with ourself, our name, our birth date, our age, all of that, God, that to me is like the ego. That's the false self. The tower. These people are experiencing a spectacular tower. And this does remind me, like every time I look at it, it reminds me of 9/11. It really does. And I don't mean to think about that often, but just the way that it looks, it just reminds me of that. These people are in the tower. They're losing something that was very valuable to them, and they don't know how to explain why all of these occurrences are happening. But I can guarantee that, it's their past actions, words, and deeds that have set them up to be in the situation that they're in. Temperance. While you're over here with Archangel Michael kicking it, balancing out your energy. Archangel Michael's got your back. You're being supported. These people are not being supported. Your work is protected by Archangel Michael. They want to come steal that away from you. They're going to have to get through this Archangel. They're going to have to get past that angel. And I don't see these people getting past this angel. In fact, I don't even see the devil doing anything for them. These people want you to suffer and feel pain every time that you connect with God, and that is not possible. God is love, joy, compassion, and peace. Archangel Michael is protecting your work so that these fucking idiots can't come in and destroy it, because that's what they want to do. And I will tell you that these people have followed you from another lifetime. They in another lifetime tried to do the same shit, and God blocked them then. So I don't know why they're thinking that they're going to have any other experience other than being blocked now. See, you have been hurt by these people before. You know better. You put your sword up against them and you said, nope, I don't want you guys in my life. You're harmful, you're hurting me. You could have said, this is goodbye forever. These people, they wanted to contact the police and get you locked the fuck up so that you wouldn't be able to do this work that you do. Because you cut them off and cut them out of your life. God, we ask for a full extraction of these people from the life of the collective and me and anybody else that is included. We ask for them to be removed completely. And also, this police energy doesn't like to have its time wasted and doesn't like to have its resources wasted. And these people have been lying to the police on you, and the police look at you and they can't even do anything. They can't get past Archangel Michael. It's not happening. They're blocked. Two of Swords. The police are blocked from attacking you. Yeah, it'll never make sense to me why people, the moment that you cut them out of your life, they decide like, oh, that person needs to go to prison because they won't accept my abuse and bullshit. It's like people are allowed everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. People are allowed to not want you in their life or want you in their life. What the fuck is anybody going to do about that? They think that they're going to have you punished severely, like whipped and flogged and shit like that. Good luck. These people will fall on their own fucking knives. Somehow they'll trip over their own whip and get smacked in the face with it. This is like the energy that they give off. Total fuck ups. These people cannot do anything right. And that's why I said, instead of blaming God for the reason that they're retarded, they need to look at their parents, and they would see clearly that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Wheel of Fortune. You're over here winning. You're going to continue to win. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. You're going to continue to win. Also, this is like you getting a better future than what you have had and what you've even imagined for yourself, okay? And it is possible. You just had to go into hermit mode to achieve it. By you going within, it caused you to ask questions and to find your own inner light so that you could guide yourself out of the dark night of the soul. You also have been guarding yourself. When you go into hermit mode and you isolate and you cut everybody off, because sometimes when you have a lot of people around you, you don't know who the snake is. And so you just have to cut everybody off, and then eventually you'll figure it out. I get that you cut people off because you knew that you wouldn't be able to have this Wheel of Fortune if these low vibrational bad people were in your life. Five of Pentacles. These people are blocked, and they're also homeless and broke. And this is why they need to move to another state, another country. They just need to get the fuck away from you. They really do. And stop coveting your Wheel of Fortune and stop coveting your life, because you're not going to open yourself up and let these snakes slither back in. It's like literally you have overcome something and learned a major lesson when it comes to people, and you're about to get fame and public recognition, which is something that a lot of people covet, this being recognized and being rewarded. These people want to be who you are in the spirit and in the physical. And God said, no, play your own role. Play the role that you were given at birth. This person was not born with your name, with your parents, with your situation. And you've done a lot of work to get to where you're at. These people, they don't understand hard work. They fail. Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. You may literally get a message that a problem here has ended. It could be a divine message. Yeah, you're also being told to pick up, if you had any doubtful adventures or any doubtful ideas, like, oh, I want to bring this to the public, but I'm afraid of them sabotaging it. Or, oh, I want to produce this, but I'm afraid of them copywriting it. Or, oh, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Do not live in fear. You have the 10 of Cups, which is here for you. That is a happily ever after. You getting your wishes fulfilled, you having a family, you having resources, you having happiness, getting to reconcile with family members and loved ones. I wouldn't give that up for anything. You have a personal legacy that you're here to leave, whether you have children or not. That could be something that's in your future. You could end up adopting a child, or you could end up giving birth to a child. You need this abundance and this Wheel of Fortune so that you can have something to give to your children. If these ragamuffin-ass people, broke-ass people, gambling, theft, debt, trickster people come in and steal everything from you, then you won't have anything to leave the people who are actually important. And these people are not important. Three of Pentacles. You have a whole collaboration of people that need to see this work and need to know you as a person. So that, because you're going to inspire other people to be able to become free, to not be in the closet, to not be hiding who they truly are, so that they can have the courage to be their true and authentic self. And that's an important thing for you to be here to lead the next generation. Whether you have children or not, the legacy that you leave could be through the work that you do. It could inspire other people. I also feel like you just need to be careful, who you accept gifts from, who you accept money from, who you accept resources from, and pray over it. That's my best advice, because these people want to throw something, like they want to throw like a monkey wrench into your already functioning creation so that it will be blocked and stopped. And that's not going to happen. These people are fucking stupid. Also, the police, do not fear the police. Just stay away from them. When you know that the devil is involved with the police, there's not much you can do unless you can do an exorcism right then and there. But again, I just watched a video not too long ago about, and I forget the name of the lady, what her name was, but a total fucked up ass tragedy. She was in her house, had called the police because she had suspected that there was somebody trying to break in. They were in her house. She had a pot of boiling water and was like very far away from the cops. Okay, she saw something manifesting in one of the police officers and said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And this cop said, "You better fucking not." And then literally pulled out his gun and shot her in the face. And she was a psychic. She had told her mother and father like a week before that she knew that the police were going to kill her. If I were her, I would have just, gotten a weapon or, something, mace, bear mace or whatever, bear spray, something. And I would have never called the police. I am somebody that I do not fucking call the police, because for reasons like that, even though this happened to a lady that was melanated, okay, had darker skin than me, still the cop that did that to her, they did not get prosecuted properly. I feel like it was a major injustice, and that person was not even sorry for doing that. So yeah, you just need to protect yourself and know that getting the police involved is not the way. Unless it's an emergency to where they have to get involved, but do everything in your power to stay safe. Knight of Cups. And that's why prayer is so important. You have to believe in that you can receive what you're praying for. If you're praying for something that you think in the back of your mind is impossible to happen and receive, then it'll be impossible for you to receive that. Okay, so that's why it says, when pray without ceasing, and what you pray for, believe that you already have it. Act as if you do have it when you pray for it. This Knight of Cups thinks that you're sitting around waiting for a lover. No, the fact that you're in hermit mode means that you've cut all the snakes out, and that doesn't mean that you're alone. It doesn't even mean that you're lonely. What the hell's wrong with people? Thinking that you're desperate. They're desperate. These people are fucking desperate. You're a Nine of Pentacles. These people see you as a Nine of Pentacles, and I will tell you that it just seems to me like people love to single out the Nine of Pentacles people and then target them, and I think that that's wrong, because you have to understand, if somebody is a Nine of Pentacles, then they've been able to make it through life's challenges and life's troubles, and they're still able to stand on their own 2 feet, single, self-sufficient. And so yeah, that's like people mistaking old people for being, weak. No, they're old. They've made it past a lot of shit that other people have died from. So again, you're not going to be taken out of your stability, not in any type of way. You guys are going to be able to be very abundant. You're going to leave a prosperous, loving legacy that includes God's eternal love, eternal, unconditional, and love that goes beyond what we have human words for. You're going to leave this imprint on the human race that they can do better. And if they do better, that things will start to work out for them. These other people, they don't understand that, because they feel like you just are spoiled and you got blessed with everything. Even if you did get blessed with everything, it's because you're a good person. God doesn't sit around blessing people that are going to go gamble go gamble the blessing up or spend it on prostitutes or whatever. 2 of Cups. And so when you see this is a soul contract that you have with the universe. When you see the wicked thriving, you have to know that they gave up something, a part of themselves, to be able to have whatever they have in this life. And then when this life is over, they ain't getting shit. You have to understand that sometimes when you see the wicked having things, don't get upset and jealous of that. Know that that's all they're going to get is that little bit of shit in this lifetime, and it will be fleeting even at that. And then after this lifetime, you know, we have free will. If they choose the devil, they chose the devil. That's what they're going to be aligned with. They're going to hell. So then what are they going to, what are they going to do with money when they're in hell? Nothing. Seven of Wands. If you have to defend your spiritual contract in your life and your work, go ahead and do that. Even if you feel like it's too aggressive, that's not your fault. You having to defend yourself is you loving yourself enough to, it's the same thing as like when you're on a plane and they say, okay, if the plane gets turbulence, take down that oxygen mask, put it on yourself, then take down the one for the child and secure it on the child. If you don't secure yourself, you can't secure that child. That's what it literally says. These people are like, no, put the oxygen mask on me. Like, waste all of your time and energy on me. And no, these people actually think that they're in competition for your energy, time, and resources, and all of those things that you have, they come from God. So they're not in competition with anything because no one can compete with God. Six of Swords. These people owe a sacrifice to the devil, and they're not able to use your energy. They're not able to use your hair. They're not able to get a piece of your clothing. Whatever they were able to do in the past, they can't do it now. And that's why change is happening. You're going to remain somebody that's a Queen of Pentacles, somebody that's very abundant. And you also have a very solid connection here as the Emperor, being able to stand up for yourself and lead others to God, literally. Page of Swords, to going within. These people can spy on you as much as they want. I will tell you right now, that monitoring spirit energy that you're feeling is these people spying on you through social medias and through looking through a looking glass or whatever the fuck they use, a crystal ball, whatever it is. They're looking to see if this sacrifice worked. I don't know why they don't just go to the devil and ask if it did or not. I guess because the devil's a liar. They have to do this type of shit. But yeah, their sacrifice did not work, and it's not going to work, and they need to just go find somebody else to fuck with. I would suggest that these people turn to God, go within, repent for what they've already done, and ask. I don't even know how they could fix this situation other than going to God. God can do anything, but God's not going to get in the way of these people's karma, and every monitoring spirit that they send will be shot down dead. Literally, these people are grieving in the Five of Cups because they know that there will be a hierophant group, a religion, or an institution that judges them because they shouldn't have been sacrificing nobody to the devil, point blank, period. Seven of Cups. It doesn't matter how many illusions or how many excuses these people come up with. There's never a good enough excuse to hurt and harm another living being, whether it's an animal or a person. There's no excuse. Abuse is not an excuse, okay? And these people, they want to use abuse as the excuse. Knight of Wands. These people also think that you're weak when it comes to lust, and they think that you'll just open your legs to whenever they send in someone that's handsome. You will sniff these people out and be like, stay away from me. I don't want anything to do with you. Yuck. Six of Cups. Because these people are really into children. They're more attracted to children than they are adults. That's disgusting as fuck. No. I have to eat later. God. I can't be thinking about shit like that. Disgusting. Six of Pentacles. These people think that they can pay the devil the debt that they owe with the innocent children's lives. They're going to have a very hard time in this new age of Aquarius doing that. I can guarantee it. Strength. Because you have so much strength within you. These people did not ever anticipate. They overlooked you. They overlooked the fact that you are a strong person with God's power within you. They did not think about that. Oh, for reals? It flew under the table way over there. Oops. What does this say? Nine of Wands in the reverse. Obstacles in their way. Disappointment and setbacks. They will be exhausted from trying to accomplish something. It will not will not be. It's impossible to achieve what they want. It's simply not meant to be, and no amount of effort or determination will change that. Duh. And it's like they will have to settle for their second choice, which means they owe the devil. So they're going to have to settle for paying the devil what they owe. Why do they borrow shit from Satan? Satan doesn't have the ability. And again, I don't even think of there being a traditional devil, but like there are lower vibrational energies. These energies cannot do what these people think that they can. The moon, everything's set up on a moon cycle. Our calendar is, the days, everything, time is. These people think that they have time when they don't. They also think that you're just gonna, lay your arms down and let them in, and you're not. This is all for vain reason. These people are very vain. They want to have the best things. They think that they deserve the best. Well, if that's how they feel, why don't they go get a fucking job, start a business, or do something so that they can be in a position to have the best? Why do they sit around blaming everybody else for the success that they have? Ridiculous. Three of Swords. These people are going to be betrayed because they have too many third-party relationships. And you're over here in the Sun being a light worker, which means that you're going to continually show people that doing the right thing is not just like, it's not, these people want to paint you out to be a goody two shoes that is only doing the right thing so you can get a reward. That's not true. You're doing the right thing because you don't want bad things to happen to you. And you know that if you do the wrong thing, that you'll run into problems. And so this is why you're doing the right thing. Don't let anybody try to trick you out of your spot. These people could never be you. They could never produce this work that you're doing, and they'll never benefit off of it. If these people want to benefit off of anything, they need to go to God themselves and find out what their purpose is, because there's no amount of sacrificing any other people or doing any type of weird rituals that's going to get them what they want. And these people will be stuck in homelessness and poverty and lack, with the whole world knowing that they're predators, knowing that they're people that should be locked the fuck away. Literally, the way that this Knight of Swords loves to murder people. If the military, when the military figured out that this person's a fucking murdering psychopath, they should have imprisoned this person at the moment that they found that out. But they wanted to use this person for a while first and use their murdering psychopathic mental problem. I would call it being crazy. They wanted to use that, to get this person to murder. And again, I'm not judging anybody that's killed it for the military, but the moment that the military felt like they had used this person up, it was dishonorable discharge, because they knew that this person just loves to kill people. And that's not normal. I would not be able to trust, for having a military, you can't trust somebody like this that loves to murder people to the point where they would murder their own soldiers, murder the people around them that they're not even asked to kill. This is why this person's not trustworthy. And they're also being stalked and followed by a low vibrational energy. All of these people are in the Nine of Swords. They're not able to get out of bed. They can't rest. There is no rest for the wicked. Did nobody tell them? Also, money does not grow on trees. I guess it technically does if you have a cannabis tree. Money does grow on trees, but I'm telling you, these people were thinking that you're over here growing some type of money tree to where the point where you can just pluck things from it and have things. They're delusional. You have worked very hard on projects. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. I love you guys so much. Remember the 2 books that are in the description box below. If you want to learn to read cards for yourself and for others, Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. The link to that is in the description box below. Also, the link to this deck, the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck with the description on the cards, that's in the description box below. And I would, if you guys are interested in these books, go back to the beginning of this reading and watch where I read from the book, okay? And where I talk about the book. And also the truth of God. You guys see me use the techniques in this book all of the time, where I'm asking yes and no questions, getting an immediate answer, and where I rise above things. And the mind technique is in this book. This is going to help you guys spiritually progress. Oh, thank you guys for your time. Thank you for spending your time with me. I love you so much. God bless you. A little change is not going to hurt anything. Things are getting better. I love you guys so much. Peace be with you. Please like this video, share this video, leave a comment, subscribe. All that stuff really helps the platform. Know that if you have any questions at the beginning of the reading, make sure you tap that notification bell so you're notified when I go live. And you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question, okay? But I love you guys so much. I also have another channel called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. On that channel, I use more oracle cards and I use tarot cards as well. But yeah, that channel is also available for you guys. I would watch all of the readings at your leisure. They're going to keep you up to date and they're going to teach you so much about your spiritual journey. So I would just go through the descriptions and whatever one you feel drawn to, watch that one. I love you guys so much. Peace be with you and God bless you. I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye.